And a huge shout out to AC Infinity for sponsoring today's video. If you're looking for some high-tech quality equipment for your tent, check out acinfinity.com. Whether it's their clip-on fans, the Gen 2s, their air circulation systems, or their lights, check them out at acinfinity.com. Use promo code PIGEONS420. You're going to save a few dollars off at checkout. You're going to help support the show, and you're going to get yourself some quality equipment. Also, a huge shout out to Seedsman. If you're looking for some quality genetics from a quality place, check out Seedsman. Use promo code PIGEONS420. They're working with some of the best breeders in the game to hook you up with quality genetics. Check them out. Use promo code PIGEONS420 and thank them both for sponsoring today's video.
I called it. First of all, I called it. The political candidates running for office right now are looking for your weed vote. Okay? They are pandering to the weed community like, oh, so expected, this close to an election. Okay? They'll even mention it without even being asked. All right? So when we are looking at our politicians and when we are looking to vote, whichever way, don't care, whichever way, I want you to fully understand that weed, the vote for cannabis, the concept of legalization is so far from the list of priorities that in my cynical opinion, we will not see any form of legalization in the first 4 years of either candidacy, either one. Shit, I'll give you 8. You won't see it in 8 years either, but that's just my opinion. First video I would like for you guys to watch is this one that kind of furthers my point in regards to the pandering, if I may. No, the first one, Washington Post, I believe. Oh, whatever, not the Kamala one, it's the marijuana moment? Yeah, that one. Yep. Okay. Yeah, halfway down or something maybe. Yep, perfect. Shout out to Mrs. P running the P's and Q's. That's okay, you can play it full.
I think in terms of marijuana, and legalization, I think that should be a state issue, state by state.
The way they're doing it in Florida, I think is going to be actually good. It's going to be very good.
People should not be going to jail for smoking weed. We need to legalize it and stop criminalizing this behavior.
To be a state's issue. States should make these decisions. Second, I don't want anybody going to prison for smoking a joint.
People who are 18, 19, 20 years old who had a conviction around cannabis, who have lived exemplary lives, and were simply trying to be licensed in, whether it be a nurse or a teacher, a police officer. They were trying to do these things, and that was keeping them from being able to do that.
Okay. Now, I asked Mrs. P to center it way too late. But as it just played right there, every candidate, or all candidates, are going to be talking about weed now more than ever. Some think that's very exciting. I do not. I do not think it's exciting. If this was an issue that meant anything to any of these politicians, we would have brought it up before 2 months, or now a month, before the election. This is not an issue. This is not an issue. So I just want to be very, very clear that it's not going to happen. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't believe it's going to happen, guys. This is an issue. They're pandering to young, naive voters just coming out of university, doing a little pot on the weekends. They don't really know what's going on in regards to the international affairs and the reason I say young university students, because if you're not like it doesn't seem like you're voting at all anyway. So it's like, because I know that was me. I didn't vote. I didn't vote until I got to school, and then I started the importance of it and so on and so forth. People are like, it doesn't matter, but I say it does, but it doesn't. Okay? No, I'm just kidding. The reality is that nobody's talking about weed because they're going to change it. They're only talking about weed because they're just going to get those couple thousand votes from each side. So I don't believe it. I covered my opinion on Amendment 3 in Florida. I encourage you to go and check that video out. It's just a couple down from this one if you want to see it. I highlighted it as well. But what I think is very interesting, though, is that Kamala, or sorry, if I may, the vice president was on All the Smoke or something. It was a podcast I never heard of, All the Smoke. She was on the podcast, and she said this.
Quick hitters. First thing to come to mind, let us know. Oh, cannabis?
I just feel strongly people should not be going to jail for smoking weed.
Sent them
And
to
we know
jail.
historically what that has meant and who has gone to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Second, I just think we have come to a point where we have to understand that we need to legalize it and stop criminalizing this behavior. And so, and I've actually, this is not a new position for me. I have felt for a long time we need to legalize it. So that's where I am on that.
I love it.
Well,
Okay.
That was it.
She
Oh, wait. Half a second more.
said weed, not cannabis. Pay attention, y'all.
Yeah, that's old school, right?
Yeah, that's old school.
I like it. I like it. All
I
right.
loved it.
Favorite holiday to
love
cook
it.
and what's your signature dish?
That's it. That's good. Yeah, she said weed, guys. Why? Because there's a month away from the election, and she's trying to feel hip. Don't think I'm picking on Kamala. Or sorry, correction. I'm sorry. The vice president, and I mean that with all due respect. I feel like we should have some respect for these positions, regardless of our opinions. I'm not just picking on the vice president. I will pick on Donald Trump as well. You know, you can piss off the hardcores over there. He's only talking about it as well. People will say he went the farthest as well. Nah, he did a lot of shit as well. He did a lot of shit as well against the cannabis community as well. And we've talked about it. So neither candidate has your best interests in mind when it comes to weed. Oh, what's Shorty say? Shorty's comment, Mrs. P says, Shorty comment, saying they are going to legalize weed is like your class president saying he's putting Mountain Dew in the water fountains. Oh, he hit it on the head. He hit it on the head. I'm still waiting for Mountain Dew in my water fountains, right? So, yeah, that's a really good analogy.